Hey guys, it's Dylan, and I'm going to show you how to use either like a newer or older style alternator on your Jeep Cherokee XJ. So this is the alternator that came off of my 2000 XJ, and it's frozen solid, like it won't move at all. This one came off my 97, and you can see it's filled with like mud and all sorts of stuff. I'm going to clean that out, and this will be going on my trail rig anyway, so I'm not worried about it lasting super long. You could just get a new alternator, but say like they only had one type in stock, like a newer or older style, and you just need to make this work. So you can see the back on here. This is the newer style, and that's the older one. You can see the newer one has a plug right here. The older one just has two, I think they're 6 or 7 millimeter bolts here, and another one down there and another up here, and that just kind of holds down all the wires kind of one by one instead of just a simple plug like here. So pretty much all that you need to do is swap the things on the back of these. So to start, these are 8 millimeter. You'll take all of these off, all these nuts on both alternators. I think you'll need to take this off too, which is a 10 millimeter. There's a 10 millimeter nut here that holds the wire on, and then the 10 millimeter stud underneath of it that holds this little black plastic thing on. I got the newer one off. There's three 8 millimeter bolts go around it, and then there's another one up here, and then down here on this one it was a 10 millimeter, but over here it's a 12 millimeter. So once you pull off the backs, you can see this is what it looks like under it, and this one's filled with leaves and mud and all sorts of stuff. So once I get everything off of this one, I'm gonna spray it off, and this one I'll be scrapping. But under here you can see this whole assembly thing here for the plug. That's held in with a Phillips head screw here and two reverse Torx bits. And I don't have any that small, so I'm gonna just try to use pliers or wire cutters here, thinking maybe I can get on like this and twist it. Over here it's just Phillips head, so that should be easy to get off. If you don't have a reverse Torx bit that small, you can use a 5/32 socket here, and it's not on super tight, so this is able to get it off without stripping it. But I'll be using the Phillips head from this one to put it back together. Actually, I forget what I just said. You have to remove 3 Phillips head, not just the one. So there's one here, one down here, and then one over here. And now this whole thing should pop right off. Make sure you don't lose this. And that's pretty much all that you need from this one. So put that over to the side. Get this one, and yeah, it's pretty much the same exact assembly here. It's just with these two things instead of a plug. I just washed this off of the hose, and you can see it's looking a lot better now. There's still a little bit of stuff, but the majority of it's cleaned out, and it'll be good enough for what I need it for. So now I just gotta reassemble everything. There's another difference inside here. The newer style one just has this thing that rubs against the shaft. This one has a whole circle thing that goes around it, so I'm just gonna put this one back onto here. So the alternator has this thing that goes on here, kind of around the shaft, and the brushes on it are pretty worn down, and they don't really spring up like they're supposed to. This one, the newer style one, has a different style of this, which I think would still work the same way. And it looks to be in better condition, but I'm not 100% certain that this is the same thing and it'll work or not. So I'm just going to try to clean this up so I can just put it back on. So now that that's on, now the plug part can go on. So I forget exactly which thing goes over what thing. I just put this one screw in on this brush assembly so I can put this all together here. So I think this should just slide right down there. And now you just put in all the screws that came out originally. So yeah, just the two long screws go in here, and then one there, and one here. And that's pretty much all that there is. So now you just need to install this. It goes on just like that. I think I dropped something. I thought something hit my foot. And this alternator originally had this little rubber cap thing that goes over here. This one did not have it, which is kind of weird. But I'm just gonna put this on. I think it just kind of like sits in place there, since you can see on here that it kind of got just pressed down with this cap. So I think that this should be good, even though it's really loose. So now I can finally put this on and put it all back together. And yeah, here you go. It's all together now. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. So if you like this video and want to see some more XJ videos, then subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.